A very good morning to all. My name is Fabio and welcome to a new daily market outlook on this channel. Before we dive in, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. By the way, if you have any questions, make sure to join the free Discord server. Link is in the description down below. Let's dive straight in. And starting off with the dollar index. So the dollar index is currently still not really moving that much, as we can see. It's still in a bullish trend on the daily, so still expecting further upside essentially in the near future. Diving in towards the 4 hour, on the 4 hour nothing really has been going on, just been consolidating, and as we can probably see, the market is waiting for a big move in the near future. In which direction it's going to be, I don't really mind. Can be in any direction, but I'm just keeping in mind that after long periods of consolidation, we often see a big push in a certain direction. So that's currently what I'm just anticipating on, waiting for that big push either in towards the upside or in towards the downside. So towards that area of supply or towards this area of demand. And from here we look for shorts, and from here we look for potential longs. So that's pretty much it on the dollar index. And with that said, just keep in mind, daily is still bullish. So let's head over to our first pair, which is Aussie dollar. And Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar is currently moving up higher in towards the upside. Can currently adjust my daily area of supply towards this buy before the sell. So this is currently our next area of interest alongside these equal highs, which are located over here. As we can see, we took out this equal high on the lower time frame. This is going to be a little bit more visible on the 4 hour. It's not looking that fantastic, or that equal high wasn't looking that fantastic. So what I would say is I would personally adjust it to over here. Then I would say that we can focus on this buy before the sell over here as our area of supply. And as we can see, that was pretty much what we were reacting to. So at the moment, what we've currently seen over here is a 4 hour break of structure. So I'm going to delete these areas of supply. We can take this 4 hour break of structure line over here, and we can now see that we closed above the line, which means that the 4 hour is now once again bullish. Still keeping in mind though that we still have a bearish daily and weekly on Aussie dollar, but we are located in 4 hour supply after seeing this break of structure. So that could mean that we could start seeing a further push down, for instance, after taking out this high, grabbing liquidity and fueling a further move down. Keeping in mind, this is our buy before the sell, which is acting as supply. And furthermore, we have another area of interest, which is this buy before the sell. Adjusted it to the last candle from wick to wick, and this is our other area of supply from where we can also look to trade a potential pullback on Aussie dollar back down in towards the downside. So due to this break of structure, the Aussie dollar is currently bullish on the 4 hour, meaning that I'm less interested in taking setups on this pair for the time being. So that is pretty much it for Aussie dollar, expecting a pullback from either this zone or of course this higher zone. Keeping in mind that the daily is still bearish, but just remember this liquidity grab underneath this low could potentially fuel a move even higher in towards, let's say, that daily area of extreme supply. Just keeping that in mind when looking at this chart. But of course, we still have this area of daily supply located over here, and also this area of daily supply over here. So that is that for Aussie dollar. Let's head over to Euro dollar. And Euro dollar. So Euro dollar is currently still stalling inside that extreme area of daily supply. As we can clearly still see, daily is still bearish. Now diving in towards the 4 hour, what I'm not really liking about Euro dollar still is the fact that we're this consolidative moving down. If that bearish momentum really wanted to come into the market and we really wanted to pretty much just mirror this move to our left, in my opinion, we would have already seen that move down. But yeah, I'm not really trading it, Euro dollar, at the moment due to the corrective price action that we're currently seeing and this descending corrective price action. If you watched my channels and wedges video, you'll know that this is pretty much just a descending channel, and that this choppy price action in a descending manner can result in towards higher prices. So currently you can just keep an eye on the 15, wait for some kind of 50-minute break of structure or trend switch. I know a lot of you were able to capitalize on, for instance, this move over here from this area of supply, which essentially caused a break of structure over here. So everything inside of here is still pullback. This is currently our 15-minute swing high. This is currently our 15-minute swing low. Currently just consolidating pretty much, but essentially we're still looking for further downside as the 4-hour daily and the 15-minute are all currently bearish. So just keep that in mind when trading. We're still inside an area of 4-hour extreme supply and daily supply, so we're still looking for shorts essentially until we see a 4-hour close above the high over here at 1.14829. So that is it for your dollar. Let's head over to pound dollar. And pound dollar, so pound dollar did exactly what we anticipated on yesterday. As we can clearly see, liquidation above the high and then a straight drop. Just missed out on my zone, so no trade for me personally, but still very beautiful to see. Current price action isn't really that interesting. If we see a pullback back up higher in towards, for instance, this buy before the sell, you could look for a potential nice short. Just keep that in mind for pound dollar for today. Still looking for further downside as the 4-hour is bearish, the daily is also bearish, and we tapped in towards this area of daily supply over here. Pretty much exactly what I explained as well about this candle over here having some supply inside of it has worked out beautifully. So as you can see, came in towards this body of the bullish candle and then straight away a drop. So let's see if we can get some further downside momentum today and tomorrow. If we start seeing a pullback, we could start pulling back in towards this last candle over here before, let's say, a further drop. So that is it for pound dollar. Let's head over to our last pair, which is Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar is currently still moving up higher, expecting further downside from this area of supply after taking out this swing high over here and pretty much rejecting this area of supply. Currently what I'm keeping in mind is that we could see a potential liquidation of this double top high. So expecting this high potentially to get run, take the high out, and then, for instance, see that big drop occur in towards the downside. Didn't really see any reaction from this low yesterday. Was waiting for a 4-hour close to see what would happen after rejecting this area of supply. No real significant reaction, therefore no trade for me personally. Currently just going to be waiting for the high to get taken out, to then see a further drop on Kiwi dollar. Just keep that in mind. 15-minute has already switched bearish, so we took out these lows over here. So what we could now see is potentially a pullback in towards this zone over here, take out the equal high and this equal high, and then, for instance, look for a further drop. Maybe even just take out the high as I explained prior to this 15-minute time frame on the 4-hour. See that double top price action and then see a further drop. That's pretty much what I'm going to be looking out for on Kiwi dollar. If we do move up higher in towards higher price levels, then I will definitely be looking at this area of 4-hour supply, which is this buy to sell range located over here. That's my next area of interest if we were to move up higher and take out this supply completely, kind of take out these equal highs which we have located over here as well. So that is Kiwi dollar. Let's head over to our last pair, which is gold, of course. And gold has been moving higher. Looking at the daily first of all, we can see that we're currently located in some daily supply. So we could see a potential bearish reaction. However, we have to keep in mind that the daily is still bullish. So from this swing low all the way up towards this swing high, we are bullish. And everything in between is just a pullback before potentially a next leg up. So just keep that in mind when inside of this area of daily supply. Risk or manage your risk accordingly, as we potentially couldn't see downside continuation. For instance, not taking out this low, and we could just see a simple reaction before, let's say, further upside continuation. So that's what I mean with managing your risk. Currently, what I'm looking at is this 4-hour zone of this. So this is the buy before the sell, keeping in mind that this is going to be your area of supply. As we can see, we come in straight away seeing a reaction. So let's now excuse me guys, I don't know, it's a little bit early. Let's now keep our eyes out for instance, this buy candle before the big drop. If we pull back in towards here, you could look for some potential shorts. That would be a nice area to look for those shorts for. Then for instance, look for a lower time frame trend switch. And then look for 15-minute supply and then short gold further back down. In line with, let's say, daily supply, expecting an initial reaction from that area of daily supply, but then that would be, for instance, just a short-term move, expecting that the overall daily trend is going to fulfill itself and we are going to see a new higher high be formed. So that is that for today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to join the free Discord server and send me a message. Thanks, guys.